please, you and me, we can get rid of the ladies if you want. You and me, we have a conversation just between you and me. And listen, we get rid of the past, okay? We get rid of the past and we talk about the now, and that's all we talk about.
That's what I came here to do. But
well, then let's do it.
You came launching arrows at me, man. I feel threatened and I feel unsafe. You can call me a pussy all you want. I still feel unsafe.
Only a pussy would feel that way.
Okay, so I'm a pussy.
Yeah, right. You are. And I don't judge you for that. I'm just saying you are.
That is the word itself is a judgment, brother.
No, it's not.
It's
an observation. It's an observation. You are a total pussy compared to me. There's just no question about that.
But it's
and you've proven that.
It's between me and God. It's not about me and you.
Okay, well, between you and
God,
you're a pussy.
That's the only one that can judge me. Okay, yeah, that's not what God thinks.
Yeah, it is, actually.
I would like to go. Please let me just
You can do whatever you want, but listen, I'm telling you, you came here for a reason.
I certainly
and that reason was to talk to me.
And
you should have talked to me first.
That's
and you
what I was trying to do. I was trying to
you
wait
were scared.
till the very
because
end.
You were scared and you were being a pussy.
I wasn't scared until you started coming at me like that.
No,
I actually did get scared.
You were scared from the very beginning.
I was scared because, I never wanted to have a fight with you because I don't want that. I'm not. I don't
want that either, bro. I want us to be friends. Even after you owed me all that money, and you blocked me, I still never did anything to you. I never spoke about you badly. I never did anything. I didn't block you. I didn't speak to anybody about it. I was just like, okay, Miguel will find his way.
I needed some moment.
You blocked me while you owed me tons of money, and you didn't owe me that money.
And I was waiting for you to reconcile for me, and I was still going to pay you. I was never not going to pay you until that shit happened.
Whether you're butthurt or not doesn't change the fact that you owed me money for products that I gave you. Okay, that doesn't change anything.
I gave you lots of stuff, and I didn't ask for a bunch of stuff back, but I still did the right thing.
No, we made a contract.
I gave you thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff, man.
And that's a different issue. I also gave you and your fucking Pachamama team thousands of dollars worth of shit.
Yeah, and I took care of you the whole time, got you in, and fed you and everything. So right back at you,
I fed you.
We've done things for each other.
Yes, we have.
If we're real, we've done things for each other.
Turn off the car.
Well, I have to go. I have a protest to go to.
If you don't come and talk to me, then this is all a waste of time, bro. It's all a waste of time.
I wasted my time that day. I spent 3 hours of my day to come race here for you.
So stop wasting it and come and talk to me.
I've raced here to be at your meeting, and you insulted me.
If you don't like what I say and you think I'm insulting you, then challenge me. Don't be a pussy and run away like a little bitch. Challenge me and face me and say, hey,
I faced you today.
No, you didn't. You're running away.
I was actually.
No, you're running away. You're running away. You're running away.
I'd like to go because I've got places to go.
I got a ton of shit to do.
Yeah.
As well.
I would prefer a more.
And I never had any notion of even having a meeting with you. Okay?
Well,
Stop making excuses. Listen, you came here for a purpose. Okay? And I would like you to fulfill that purpose. And what I would like, and what I'm requesting, is that you sit down and you talk to me. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you think I'm an asshole, then you tell me I'm a fucking asshole. And if I say things that are inaccurate, you tell me that those things are inaccurate. And we sit down and we have a conversation, because listen, you were one of my best friends, bro.
You're my best friend too.
Okay, well then please, we cannot throw that away.
I literally just started telling you I don't agree with you, and you still didn't like it.
It doesn't matter.
I disagree with what you were telling me back there. I disagree that I'm a pussy and that I'm not a king and you're superior to me.
Okay, well then don't act like one.
So
then don't act like one. Hey, listen, don't act like one.
It's only going to be insults. No, it's not a conversation to me.
No, it's a challenge. If you're not a pussy, then stop acting like one, bro.
But I don't need to accept a challenge from a game I don't want to play. It's a game I'm not wanting to play with you, Quinn.
No,
and that's something you do.
No, it's not the truth.
And that's cool that you do that, but I'm not going to play that game.
That is not it. That is not it. It is totally not it. That is totally not it. You're misunderstood, and that's okay. I'm not judging you for that. I have no problem with you being misunderstood. Okay. Can I come and sit in your chair?
No, I want to go. I feel threatened. I just feel threatened, and I just don't like the tone here. Okay, I was coming to talk.
Can we sit outside of the gate?
I would prefer to be outside the gate because I don't feel safe in here because you threatened me to call the cops on me, and I think that's bullshit, Quinn.
And
I didn't do anything to you.
It's gone now. You paid the money that you owed me a fucking year and a half ago. And that was over. That's what I threatened you over, which is honestly, you're a fucking criminal for that. Okay? But you paid it, and now, I mean, I didn't count it. I'm trusting you, even though I have no reason to trust you. But
I trusted you this whole relationship until last time. And now
I didn't do anything to you, bro. I didn't do a fucking single thing to you. I didn't do a single thing. Okay, so listen, the gate is open. You can either leave, or you can go outside of the gate, and I can come and talk to you in your passenger seat, which is what I prefer, and that's my request.
I appreciate you requesting it, but I still feel threatened. I appreciate you requesting, but I still feel threatened because you said you're going to call the cops and lock me in here. That to me is not acceptable.
I said if you didn't pay me, and you paid me, and that's over.
Well, what would the cops say about a verbal agreement? There's no contract, so what are they going to do?
Nothing.
And probably harass you.
Most likely.
You're not going to want that.
Most likely. Most likely.
And me, because they harass badasses. All right, they do. I've probably been in jail more times than you, actually.
No, you're 100%.
20 times, actually.
Yeah, you're 100% right. You're absolutely right about that. No, you're 100% right.
Why would we do that? Come on now, bro. I would never say that to you. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but you would take my shit and not
heart's
pay
racing.
Me for
I think we need to calm down, and my heart's racing right now. I'd like to settle because I'm a little flustered right now. And if I'm a pussy for that, then I'm a
flustered. Yeah, and
I'm flustered, and I feel
you are being like a pussy, which is okay. I don't judge that. I mean, I have no problem with people being a pussy.
Well, that is a judgment. Calling somebody a pussy itself is the judgment.
No, it's an observation. You don't understand the difference.
I don't agree with it. So I disagree.
Well, that's fine.
I'm telling you I disagree.
That's a judgment.
Okay, I disagree.
That's a judgment.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Of course it is. Duh. Hello. Like, fucking listen to the things you say, bro.
Listen to yourself. Duh. Like, I was told that in like 6th grade when the bullies were beating me up and throwing me in the locker room. Duh. Hello,
I never
McFly.
did that to you.
Come on, man. The consciousness that you had, man, I was like, dude, this motherfucker's on point.
I am on point.
This motherfucker has it figured out.
I am on point, and I still am on point.
Something's not right there, though, bro.
You came here for a reason. Okay,
I did.
Don't leave
I did
and
come
waste
here for a
everything.
Profound reason.
Yes, and don't leave.
I feel like
don't
I just needed to face you, and I did.
And you know you've not. You're running away. You're running away.
I've
You have not faced me. No, you haven't faced me at all.
I just don't like the tone, and that's all. And I have that.
Exactly. You can't face me. Oh, I don't like the tone. That sounds like a fucking total fucking loser. Oh, I don't like the tone. That tone offends me.
Well,
An empowered person does not get offended by tones, bro.
An empowered person puts up boundaries when they don't care.
A empowered person doesn't get offended and run away by tones.
I'm putting up boundaries.
If you really think this is you being empowered.
Says the guy that got offended that I blocked you.
I'm not. I was never offended by that.
You're
I wasn't
mad that I blocked you.
No, I wasn't.
So mad.
No, I'm not.
And you just let me know.
No, that's your stupid interpretation. I never said that.
Okay, it's always everybody's interpretation.
Yeah, it's your interpretation.
It's always never. Yes, it's never what anybody feels. It's always you. That's the point.
It's your feeling and your interpretation. That's your feeling and your interpretation. You haven't fucking done anything. Okay. You haven't done fucking shit except for run away like a little bitch.
I've done quite a bit today.
No, you haven't.
Today has been a remarkable day for victory, for freedom, and love.
Where's the proof of that?
Maybe you'll realize it when you're laying in bed.
You have
tonight,
no proof. You have no proof. You have no proof at all, obviously, as usual.
I think you'll realize it sometime.
No. There's nothing you say I'm going to realize. And I don't care about that. I don't care about that. What I'm making a point of is that I don't give a fuck whether you're delusional or not. You are my friend, and I want us to continue to be friends.
Your friend delusional? Like, I don't see that as friendship.
That's where you're wrong. Is because I'm such a good friend that even delusional people I can be friends with, and I'm not judging. And you're completely wrong when you say I'm judging, because I'm not. Because I know you are delusional, but I'm still wanting your friendship, and I will still accept your friendship regardless. Now, I will not dishonor myself and say you're not delusional, because I know that you are. But I will happily accept your friendship, and I will happily be your friend. And if what you need is an ego boost because you don't have the ego to boost your own self, well, that's not going to happen. So I would love to be your friend.
I'm trying not to be an ego. I'm trying
well, you are.
I've got a huge ego, and
I know you do, and so do I.
I'm trying not to go that route.
I know.
Anymore.
So then don't. Come on.
No,
don't do it.
I'd like to go. I've got to protest.
You're doing the exact thing that you say you don't want to do.
Okay.
You just literally said you don't want to do this ego thing, and you're doing the exact thing that you said you don't want to do.
The ego thing is when we get outside and masturbate our egos by throwing insults or whatever at each other, and we're just going to disagree the whole conversation.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
So if we're going to disagree
you and me agree on
about
a lot of things.
I think we do too, yes. But
so,
at a certain point, there's some things that I don't stand for, Quinn, and I don't stand for abuse. I don't stand for abuse.
You're not being abused. You're just being treated as who you are.
Verbal abuse is still abuse.
It's not abuse. You're being treated as who you are.
I just don't like it.
Okay, well, you're a fucking liar. Okay. And you're a fucking fraud. You owed me a bunch of money, so you're also a fucking thief. And all those things. That's who you are if you leave. If you come and sit down, we can talk about those things, and we can talk about where we were coming from with what we were trying to do, and what it is. And my opinion of you may be inaccurate, and your opinion of me may have been inaccurate. And we can talk about that, and we can tell each other from our own opinion.
I'm open to that. I'm always open to that, but
okay, well,
the
then
insults, I don't
it.
appreciate that, man. I don't appreciate it,
well,
and that negates everything. That negates everything that we're talking about.
If you were empowered, it wouldn't fucking mean anything to you.
My definition of empowerment is totally different. I want to be a bigger person and a bigger heart, and not.
You want to be a bigger person where, sticks and stones break my bones all the time, and words hurt me too, all the time. Like, people say one thing about me, and oh my God, my entire ego is bruised and hurt and destroyed. But come on, that's not empowered, bro.
That's possible ego, but there's
I guarantee you.
I prefer vanilla cake over chocolate cake, and it's not an ego thing that I choose vanilla cake.
It is an ego thing. It's an ego thing. It's an ego fucking thing. Listen, you know what happens when people insult me? I laugh at them.
Yeah, I see that.
I laugh at them.
You do.
Because I'm actually empowered.
Yeah.
I'm actually empowered.
Well, that's cool.
And I can help you learn.
And that's one thing I actually have gotten from you.
You're not empowered, bro.
Okay.
You are not empowered.
Okay, so.
And the more you think you are, the more delusion you are, and the more disempowered you will continually become.
Okay, thank you.
And if you want to call that an insult, you can call that an insult all you want. I'm trying to help you.
I don't feel like I'm being helped at all.
No, you don't feel that way.
Yeah,
no, you don't feel
like
that
I'm
way.
being helped, and you
don't feel that way. That doesn't mean it's not the case.
I'd like to go. I'm done, man. I've heard enough. Okay, I came here, looked in your face, I gave you what I owe you, and I'm done.
Yeah, which you should have done a year and a half ago, if you were actually honorable, which you're not.
Okay, fair enough.
But
sure.
Thankfully, you had some kind of, recognition, consolidance, like whatever in your stupid little brain.
No, yeah. I'm pretty smart, and I meditated
no, you're not,
on this,
actually.
and I came here to do exactly what I came here to do, and I did it.
Which you should have done a long time ago.
I'm good with it. I'm very good with it. I feel good with it. So I'd like to go, please. I'd like to go. We can talk about. Let's marinate on this.
You can do whatever you want. Go open your own gate and let yourself out.
Really? Come on, man. I don't. How do you open this gate? Is it locked? Has it got a key? What?
It's not locked. It's open. All you have to do is actually get out of the car and open it. It's pretty easy.
All right.
What you should do is drive up there and then open it, but you know,
all right,
do whatever you want. What you really should do is you should shut that fucking car off and come and talk to me, because I'm a good friend and you're wasting that whole fucking shit, bro.
I'm a good friend and I'm wasting that shit.
Friends you have that are willing to stand with you and thick and thin.
I don't call it that, shall we?
Yeah, because you tell people to console you and listen.
I'm not in misery. I feel pretty damn good about what I came here to do. You know, I gave Quinn the envelope that I came here to give him, and that's all I wanted to do. Can you please hold it so I don't break it? I don't want to break your gate, please. So we're even, right? We're even. So I just served Quinn his papers. All right, I just.
And he cares about you.
I don't think so.
He really? Miguel. There's no reason to run away.
I'm not running away. I'm running towards what I prefer.
You came for something bigger. I came to bring peace offerings, but I can't give it to you if you're going to drive away.
I did come for something bigger, and you'll realize it tonight when you're laying in your bed, okay?
You're not receiving
You'll realize it. Trust me,
here.
all of y'all will realize it.
You came to the
I
Garden of
promise you'll all realize the bigger picture tonight. I promise you.
Came to the Garden
I
of
swear to
receive
God, you're
something.
all going to realize it, and you're going to hate me, but that's for you to deal with.
You came to the Garden of Eden to receive something.
Yeah. So the message you sent me today about taking accountability, I give that message back to y'all, and that's my message to you.
And we are accountable. That's what we're
And
doing.
I want all of y'all and Quinn especially to be accountable, and that's why I gave him what he did. I'm done.
Continue our friendship.
I gave him $20 and I served him papers. I just served Quinn the papers that I owe him. And he just ran out. He just ran out after me. He's got the papers in his hand, and that's it. He's got the papers in his hands. Served Quinn the papers. After all that, dissing me and insulting me, and served Quinn, I fucking served his ass. And I got out of there. He threatened to call the police on me and lock me in. He didn't want me to leave. And then he acted like he was allowing me to have a conversation with him. My heart was racing the entire time. I served him the papers and left him the letter. It's done. It's done. He just ran out after me. Sarah screamed at me. It's done. Papers are served, Inuk. Victory has been served, and the letter I wrote him told him if he ever tries to come after me and come at me with violence, I'm going to defend my honor to the death. And that's the truth. Y'all just saw what Quinn Eaker of the Garden of Eden is about hate and about insults and about he's the king and everybody else is inferior and he's superior than everybody, and I just served his fucking ass. And I gave him what he deserves. I gave him what he deserves. That was fucking ninja work right there. I'm fucking ninja. I'm a fucking ninja. Fucking Jedi. And he might come after me. He might come after me. So, stay tuned. Let me see if this is still recording. Yep. Got almost an 18-minute video. I just had to get part of that on video. I've got audio. I've got an entire hour or so on audio of him insulting me and calling me pussy and everything in the book. And he demanded that I speak to him and that I just sit there and listen to him as a sociopath narcissist does. He abused his fucking baby's mother. He abused his children, posting naked pictures of his children online all the time. I gave him what he deserved. And he just kept, you heard it. You heard the maniac. You heard that maniac. And I feel totally vindicated. And it's over. It's over. And you know what? I'm documenting this to show you I came in peace. I came in peace to what they call is the Garden of Eden, which is more like a trash dump of Kennedale more than anything. I served him papers, and I did it under the guise, not really the guise, I told him I came here to give him what I owe him. And what I owe him is for all the torment and abuse that he has done to his baby's mother, Inuk, to his children by abandoning them and not lifting a finger to offer them support, child support, or anything at all. And he has the audacity to call me dishonorable, a pussy, and he's a king and I'm a fucking bitch. You heard it, folks. I fucking got inside their compound. He threatened to call the police on me to keep me in there. They said, lock me in if I don't pay him what I owe him. I said, okay, let me pay you what I owe you then, Quinn. I gave him the envelope. The envelope was full of the papers of protection order from the state of New York, I think, and the attorney's office, along with a 3-page letter of me telling him exactly how I feel. And the first sentence in my letter is, I'm writing this letter because at this point, I tried to have a conversation with you. I gave you a chance to have a two-way conversation and you refused. So I'm giving you this letter after I attempted for a solid 30 minutes or so, 40 minutes, I attempted to have a two-way conversation and he refused it and did what he does, a one-way conversation. It's all me, and you're a piece of shit, and you're nothing, and you're pathetic, and you're weak. You heard it. And I'm supposed to sit there, and he wanted me. You need this, Miguel. You heard two of his slaves and his minions. You want this, Miguel. Trust me, you want this. And you're going to realize that there's a bigger purpose for this. And I said, oh no, you're going to realize there is a larger purpose for this meeting here. And I've already fulfilled that purpose. And you're going to lay down in your pillow tonight and you're going to marinate on it and you're going to realize what that purpose is. And by God, victory is fucking sweet. Redemption, y'all. And I served him the papers. I surreptitiously got an envelope with a little clear thing in there so you can see through it. And I put one $20 bill in there for him. And on the envelope, I said 5s, 10s, and 20s because it was a really thick envelope full of all those paperwork. So I did that surreptitiously so I could hand it to him and still get out of there without a fight. Because honestly, I came open carry, fully loaded, just in case Quinn decided he was going to hold me hostage, which I have evidence of now on my audio. He said he was going to hold me hostage and keep me in, and I didn't want to have to come out guns blazing, and I'm glad I didn't because I came in peace, as you can all see and hear from the audio and the video today. So that's my testimony. I just served the papers, and Quinn had them in his hand, and I got it all on video. And he just ran out after me. I saw him in my side view mirror running out with the papers in his hand and a $20 bill. And I took off. And I stood there and waited as long as I could just to see the look on those faces. And Sarah Miller screamed, "You motherfucker!" was the last thing I heard from the Garden of Eden. Oh, hallelujah. How sweet it is, baby. Yeah, Quinn Eaker, if you're watching this video, I got you back, didn't I? I paid you what I owed you, and consider our debt paid after the thousands of dollars of materials I've donated to the Gardens of Eden, all the times I fed you and drove you places and took you places and took care of you and got you into Burning Man. Got you into Burning Man. Got you into all the festival gatherings and put you on the workshops and did everything for you. I faced you. I looked in your eyes for you to just insult me, and I was peaceful, and I accepted, and I just let you say your insults. I disagreed with you. I came here and did everything I came here to do, and you got exactly what is coming to you. I'm the king, bitch. I'm the king. And I'm the only fucking badass warrior, ninja Jedi, that could go inside there and do what I just did. And that's how motherfucking badass I am. And if you try to come back at me with some kind of violence, I got something for you, Quinn. I don't appreciate you abusing women. Beating on Sarah, beating on Shelly, beating on Anouk, and you actually have these slave minions of yours convinced that your beatings is what they need. What a sick maniac fuck you are. You delusional psychopath, sociopath, narcissist. Your world is crumbling right now. The world of slavery and racism and bigotry is crumbling right now in case you aren't paying attention. And I just fucking got you. Get the fuck out of my face. So, Quinn is no longer allowed to be with his children to ever see them. I just served him the papers because the fucking constable could never serve him papers because they have a compound and they're never allowed on the property. I fucking, like a wolf in sheep's clothing, exactly what they did to me the last time I came here, pretended to have a conscious documentary, and I was the star, co-star with Quinn Eaker, all His Majesty Almighty King Quinn, and he was going to make me his vice president, and they're going to do a documentary about the rotundity and the reality of the earth, the shape of the earth that we live. I had a public bet, $100,000 for him to meet me in person and prove the shape of the earth, and he refused that. Instead, he devised a plan to make a documentary and have me star in it, only to ridicule me and mock me without my knowing. So he surreptitiously, like a wolf in sheep's clothing, had me in his lion's den with his documentary filmmaker to make fucking fun of me and make fun of flat earthers. And I found out about it. And by the way, those of y'all watching my channel, regardless of whether you believe the earth is flat or a globe, and I don't give a fuck, the fact that a friend of yours, a lifelong, a 10-year close friend of yours, is going to go behind your back and pretend to be your friend and make you a star to a documentary only to create a mockumentary, that's absolute disrespectful and dishonorable in my book. So I decided to play your game, Quinn, his game. I put on my sheep's clothing and decided to come in as a peacekeeper to look at him in his face, which I did, to sit there and try to have a conversation with him, which I offered, a two-way conversation, to which he refused, and to make it all about himself, as Quinn Eaker always does. And I got it all on video, on the last part anyways, and I got the rest on audio. I just wanted to say, I paid you back, Quinn, and now we're even, because he gave me some supplements, and he expected me to pay him $350 after the thousands of dollars I've given him. He wanted to charge me interest and pay that $350, which I was going to pay him until after he did what he did to me and wasted all my time, 3 hours of my time, by the which I charged $200 an hour for my service as a contractor. And I spent 3 hours of my time to show up to his pathetic fucking lie of a meeting to where he was drunk off his ass, and all he did was basically what he just did now, that I got on film, is mock me, insult me, ridicule me, and call me a fucking loser and a pathetic, weak-ass pussy and bitch. So I decided to get up and leave that meeting. I left the meeting and said, so we're not going to have a conversation, it looks like. And he proceeded to call me names. I said, okay. I bowed and I said, may you find peace and love in your heart. That was the last words I said to him, and I left. And then I blocked him. And then he starts bitching me out today that I blocked him. The King Quinn is so triggered and butthurt by my blocking him that he tries to tell me that I'm triggered and butthurt by not wanting to hear his insults. And I simply said, I don't prefer to hear insults. I'm not going to sit here and take that. That doesn't mean I'm weak and pathetic and weak-minded and I'm ego. That just means I prefer my vanilla cake over your chocolate cake. And as simple as that. No problems here. But I love that I got it all on film and got it all on audio, just in case you were going to try to fucking do something to me, Quinn. You would have got seriously hurt and in the hospital, I guarantee you. And I'm glad you didn't. Even though you threatened me to kidnap me and hold me hostage. I'm glad you didn't. And I live to see another day, and so do you. I love you, bro. But your old empire is crumbling and it's done. Thank you.